I love taking photos and videos, but I hate filming myself. I don't want to use a tripod or need a BTS shooter. And on long shoot days, I never have enough batteries, plus carrying all this gear destroys my back. Until I found the Coalax Lancer 300. It's completely changed the game for me because it lets me film myself hands-free. It acts as a mobile studio with power, and it has tons of storage. Now, the coolest thing about this backpack is the exoskeleton core. This is where everything on this backpack attaches to, and it has some really cool benefits. One of them being the fact that it actually has these holders for a magic arm or selfie stick. But this way, I've got this very nice rotatable selfie stick that I can attach a camera to, and this is what's actually going to allow me to film myself hands-free. Right now, I'm filming using the Magic Arm and my Insta360 Go 3S. The quality of this footage will mainly depend on what camera you're using for yourself, whether it's got stabilization and all that, but what I really like about it is I don't need this dude over here anymore. I can literally just film myself and the camera stays with me, and so this way I can be out and about, shooting my content, taking photos, but this camera is always on me, and a lot of times I don't actually need to be moving when filming myself. I simply need a shot on me, taking some photos here, and I can just cut that into B-roll for my YouTube videos. So having this Magic Arm is super helpful, and you can also extend this Magic Arm way out so that it's getting like a super wide shot, or I can bring it right up close to me and just get very intimate with you guys and have a conversation. But this Magic Arm is super useful, and then on top of that, I can lower it if I want like a cool epic shot. I can raise it if I want like more of a high shot, but I can do all of this without having to take the backpack off. I can adjust all of this stuff right here. But overall, this just makes my life a lot easier, and you don't have to use it with just a small action camera. You can also use other cameras. Let me show you how. And this is what it looks like with a 360 camera. I can basically film myself, film everything around me because, you know, 360 camera magic, but it pretty much works with any kind of camera you can think of. One camera that I wish I had to try this out with is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Unfortunately, mine got lost while traveling, but you basically have any kind of camera that you would normally want to use to film yourself available to you just with this amazing Magic Arm. Because like right now I can film this, take photos over here of my BTS shooter, and this camera will just follow me around. And with 360 cameras, you get such good stabilization that it honestly is probably the best kind of camera to use with this backpack. Also, some of you guys might be thinking, I don't want to use a selfie stick because I'm going to look silly in public. And I could say something like, well, you could just pull it up in here and it's not that noticeable. But honestly, why would you let the opinion of strangers stop you from doing the thing that you want to do? Who cares? I'm gonna walk around with my selfie stick all the way out. Don't let the opinions of others stop you. Now, when it comes to actually attaching the Magic Arm or selfie stick, whatever you want to call it, to the backpack, they've added two locking mechanisms that make the whole setup a lot more reliable. First, if you just put the Magic Arm into the holder, it will just come straight out. So that's not good. There's actually a locking mechanism down here that you spin, and it will thread the Magic Arm into the backpack. And this way, it's going to be in there super tight, but now it's stuck in there, and this is going to make sure that your Magic Arm doesn't accidentally slip out, but the Magic Arm itself will still spin, and this is for positioning your camera lens in the right direction. Next up, there's a locking mechanism right up here on top, and this way, once this is done, it's super stuck in there. It makes the whole setup a lot more solid, keeps your camera a lot more stable, and on top of that, as you guys may have guessed, there's a locking mechanism down here that will actually allow me to spin this Magic Arm into different directions. So if I want, I can have it pointed behind me, I can have it pointed in front of me, but the whole thing is super flexible. You can set it up exactly how you want. As someone that uses the backpack a lot, this setup, exactly what I want. There isn't a single thing about the setup that I would change. Now, you don't have to just use the Magic Arms when you're wearing the backpack. You can also use this backpack like a tripod because these Magic Arms go straight up, and even if you have pretty heavy like camera and light setup, these Magic Arms will hold, and more importantly, this bag will not topple over. Like, I'm hitting this thing pretty hard and it's not toppling over. You'll notice the Magic Arm or the exoskeleton will move around, but the actual backpack itself stays planted on the ground. You do need to make sure that there's enough in your backpack to actually hold everything down, so be mindful of that, but this works really well as a tripod. And I actually went to NAB recently and I recorded all of my content on the show floor using this as my tripod setup, and it worked really well. And just to show you guys that this isn't just marketing hype or theory, guess how I'm recording this segment right now? I'm actually using the Coalax backpack to record myself as I make this segment. This is a super useful setup and I actually use it for making my own content. But a mobile studio isn't complete unless you also have power, which is why this backpack also comes with a detachable battery pack that comes in two sizes, a 296 watt hour battery pack or a 99 watt hour battery pack for planes. When I made my last video, a lot of you guys asked about this. So there is a travel-friendly battery pack available. And on this battery pack, you actually have an LCD screen that shows you how much power you have in the batteries and how much you're pulling off the battery. So as for the actual inputs for getting power off of this battery pack, you've got two of these standard volt connectors that you have at home. I forget what you call them, but it's the thing that goes in your wall at home. You've got two of them here, so you can literally power your batteries or your lights off of this. And then you've also got two USB-C ports. One is 100 watt, one is 60 watts, and then a barrel connector as well, along with two USB 3.0 ports. In my last video, a lot of you guys asked, what if this battery pack gets wet? It's not waterproof, water resistance, or anything to do with water. Do not get this wet. What has worked for me, however, is that there's actually a plastic cover that's meant for the top of this backpack. And what I usually just do is I drape it over here, tuck it in at the bottom as well. And this more or less keeps the water off. I've taken this backpack out in the rain like maybe 3-4 times and it's held up just fine. So this is what's working for me, but there's officially no waterproof solution for this battery pack. This is probably a good time to talk about the design of this backpack, but that might be a little bit boring and I don't want you guys to fall asleep or click off this video. In my previous Coalax video, I did do a pretty in-depth review of the design of this backpack, and the design is really great. So in this video, let me just give you guys the highlights. So right up here, you've got a drone case. Now this, I've actually got stuff to the brim, but it's a really deep drone case. There's a pocket up here, you can fit a lot of stuff in here. So if you've got a full drone kit with all the filters and all the extra batteries, everything will fit in here. But what's really cool about this is that you can actually undo these clips at the front, two buttons on the side, and this actually becomes a detachable drone case. You can pretty much fit anything you want in here. And there's two loops on the side that you can actually attach another strap to. And this is a standalone drone case. So it doesn't just have to be this full-on backpack. You can also have a smaller accessory bag like this. On top of that, you'll notice that we don't have the battery pack on here right now. This is actually a chest bag. So you can undo the two clips on the side here. And this becomes a standalone chest bag that also has quite a bit of room on the inside. So you've got a big pocket here. I've got all my production notes in here right now. There's a pretty deep pocket right up here in the front right now. There's a separator for another bit of storage back there. And you can also attach more straps to this to make this a proper chest bag. So again, you don't have to use the full backpack. You can also have some standalone accessories with this. And then on top of that, you've also got this nice big pocket right here in the front. It's got another deep pocket right here in the front. One thing I gotta say, these zippers are very smooth. You've got a nice little pocket right here. This front pocket is super deep. This is usually where I would keep like my FX3 with the 24-70, which we're filming on right now. But this is where my big camera would go. In the back here, you've got these nice backpack straps for your chest, and then a waist strap as well that has pockets over here. So this is nice and deep. You've also got a pocket that can fit a phone here and a pocket that can fit a phone here. And I'll talk about all of this in a second when we talk about the comfort of this backpack. But what's cool is that you've got all the storage back here. You've got all this room to put cameras here. Right now, we just have a single battery because, you know, these things are very heavy, so you got to keep them in the backpack. But over here, you've got one pocket, two pocket, a nice deep pocket. Like I can literally get my entire arm in there. And this can fit a laptop, a solar panel, whatever you want. But you have so much room in here. So not only is this a mobile studio with power, magic arms and all that, but you can pretty much carry all of the gear you're gonna need for 2 to 3 days of production in a single backpack. And for me, I own two of these and I actually keep them loaded for different shooting scenarios at home. So I pretty much grab the backpack, I have everything I need in here, and I just take it to production. As for the comfort of this backpack, it is 10 out of 10, actually maybe 20 out of 10. Because of the exoskeleton design, everything fits very flush and flat on my back. And as someone that has very, very bad posture, tons of spinal issues, like the worst hips in the world, and I'm constantly in pain, this is the only backpack I have ever found that does not cause me shoulder and neck pain when wearing it. And for me, as someone who's in pain every single day, this is a huge, huge win. And trust me, even if this wasn't a sponsored video, I'd be trying to find all the little nitpick things and be a little smartass in this video. Like, guys, did you know there's all these other things that could be better? I like sounding smart, but this is the only backpack I've ever used that has actually gotten rid of my back pain when using a big backpack like this. So genuinely, if you have any sort of comfort issues with your current backpack, this thing is definitely something you should check out. So if you want to film yourself hands-free, have a mobile studio with power, and save your back, plus get 10% off the Coalax Lancer 300, check out the links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.